The history of Yorubas in Brazil. Hi, my name is Adenike. I am a Nigerian who is presently exploring Brazil. First thing we need to know is that Brazil as a country is made of different ethnicities and cultures, ranging from the natives, who were the indigenous people that occupied the lands of Brazil before the 1500s, to the Europeans, starting from the Portuguese, who were the first foreign settlers in the 1500s. And we have Africans who were imported into the land of Brazil through the transatlantic slave trade, to the Asians, especially the Japanese and the Chinese, who migrated to Brazil majorly for work in the 1900s. In the recent times, Brazil has continuously opened up its doors to even more countries, hereby adding to its already dynamic culture and tradition. Brazil is a very warm and welcoming country. However, it evolved from a very dark history, primarily due to the extensive use of enslaved natives and Africans by the Europeans. Welcome to History Class 101. According to historical records, approximately 40% of enslaved Africans were taken to Brazil during the transatlantic slave trade, making Brazil the country that received the largest number of enslaved Africans in the Americas. Although Brazil was being controlled by the Portuguese, however, they were not the only one involved in slave trade, which means enslaved Africans were being taken to different parts of the New World, which is the Americas. But for the purpose of this video, we are focusing on Brazil. Yorubas are not only found in Nigeria. Before the pre-colonial era, there was nothing like countries called Nigeria, Togo, Benin, Ghana, and so on. What existed then was kingdoms and empires. Some of the prominent kingdoms during the pre-colonial era in Africa were ancient Egypt, the Ghana Empire, the Mali Empire, the Benin Kingdom, the Congo Kingdom, the Ashanti Empire, the Songhai Empires, and other various kingdoms and empires. This was how ancient Africa was structured before colonial eras, where territories were divided into administrative units, hereby leading to independent countries. Yoruba is a West African ethnic group. The Yoruba people lived in what we now call southwestern Nigeria, Benin Republic, and Togo. So before you go out there to say all Yoruba Brazilians are from Nigeria, please do your research. Their origin can also be traced to Benin Republic or Togo. The African brought to Brazil belong to two major groups, the West African and the Bantu people. The West African people mostly belong to Yoruba, Igbo, Fon, Ashanti, Ladangbe, Mandika, and other West African ethnic groups, while the Bantu people were brought from areas of Angola, Congo, and Mozambique. The word Nagos refers to all Brazilian Yoruba people, their African descendants, Yoruba myth, ritual, and cosmological patterns. Today, you can see the influence of the Yoruba people on the food, culture, and traditions of the Brazilians, especially in Bahia. You will find foods like akaraje, abara, and so on. People still worship orishas, yemoja, ndu, and the rest. Remember, this population does not define the entire country called Brazil. In fact, less than 5% of the entire population of the country still practice Afro-Brazilian religions. I will talk more about this in my next video. See you in the next class.